names, of course, will be missing from this. The initial entry list held 29 cars, and that, of course, will come down. But, Frankie, here come our V8 Masters.
Right, the Pirelli V8 Masters, they will lead this field of all Fords to the line. The lights are on, and we're going to get going soon. Lights go off now, and they drop the hammers, and it's Gary Thompson that gets a lovely run down there into turn number one. Remember, he has no Class A, or should I say silver and gold here. This is all Fords, Byron, as the rest of them work towards the line.
Neerfeling will lead them off in his Mustang. Donadio will be on the outside. Michael Hitchcock will be on the inside there. They are braking for turn one, and Donadio tries to go around the outside over here, but just poking the nose ahead will be Arnold Neerfeling, but he'll have the inside line, Donadio, as they charge up towards turn two now. Let's see, it's going to be Donadio that takes the lead in the Classic Ford race.
Right, there was a big lock-up there by Menno Parsons, but he seems to be okay as the APVs run up towards turn number four, working their way around Cyril Sweep, heading down the back main. Who's going to be up front in this train of APVs? It's Gary Thompson from Fabio Tafani, Sean Moore, and Menno Parsons gets bombed there by Roy Campos as they work their way down into turn number 5, Fostron, and the rest of them, Byron, working their way down the back main now.
Well, Michael Hitchcock is now in third in the Classic Ford class, fourth for Louis Powell. Then we have Wynand Nel fifth at the moment. The Ford Fairlane in sixth position of Paige Lindenberg as they go down the back straight now and into turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. That will be one lap down and 7 laps left to go in this race, Frankie, as they charge through turn 1, the V8 Masters.
Yeah, the V8 Masters now working their way towards turn number 2. And up front and hanging on now, we've got a change of lead. It is Sean Moore that leads there from Fabio Tafani in second. Gary Thompson sits there in third. Then it's Roy Campos. Behind him, it's Barry Ingle. Behind Ingle, it's Menno Parsons. And then the last two cars that's working their way now as the sun begins to set there is Stuart Spooner and Ken Finneman. They are the last two cars out on circuit, working their way now through turn 4.
Well, De Beer has run it, of course, in the final position. There's a lockup. There's yellow flags waving on the Tigerberg straight, I can see now. So I don't know if anything has happened into turn 4. We'll watch them as they go around now. And see turn 4, there is a yellow flag waving over there. So I don't know, they're retracting it now. It looks like it as Donadio comes onto the back straight now in the Classic Ford class. And he will still head Arnold Neerfeling by 0.6 of a second when they cross the line the last time out. Michael Hitchcock looks to visibly be closer as they charge into Pertamina Fastron.
Right, heading now into turn number 1 as all the APV Ford Mustangs working their way out of turn number 1. And they are challenging each other for the lead, or should I say for second position. We've got a car that's pulled off. That's Fabio Tafani. Fabio Tafani has pulled off out of second position. So that's the end there for Tafani. Once again, leaving Sean Moore way on his own as he races down through turn 3, as he makes his way towards turn 4 out of Interceptor Corner. They're all fighting each other there for second, third, 4th and 5th positions as they race down towards 4.
Well, just going through turn 2 into turn 3 now, Frankie. The Classic Ford race. Donadio was massively under pressure into turn 1 initially from Arnold Neerfeling, but he seems to have gotten away from him a little bit. And what remaining daylight is there is between himself and that big 777 Mustang as it is now. So the Classic Ford race, they go down the back straight fairly shortly. 6 laps left to go, including the one they're currently on.
Right, the Ford Mustangs heading to turn number 1. It is Sean Moore that's all on his own. Here comes Roy Campos. Right behind him is Barry Ingle, followed there by Menno Parsons. Behind Parsons is Gary Thompson. Behind Thompson is Stuart Spooner. And behind him is Ken Finneman as they work their way out of 1.
Wynand Nel goes down the back straight now. That's the number 44 car, and that's 13th position overall. But if I count, that should be 5th position. And, well, there's a few more cars coming on behind that after Wynand Nel. it is going to be just going to take Neerfeling, of course, is not further down over there. There's a bit of a timing trouble, but there are now going to be 5 laps left to go. Wynand now comes to the line and will cross the line and start another lap here in this race.
Right, the V8 Masters, they are out heading down the back straight. That fight for second and third is on. Remember that the leader is working his way out of turn 5 already. In that class, he's way on his own. So we stick with that group that's working their way down into 5, into Fastron. The leader crosses the line. That is Sean Moore, but he's all on his own. Here comes that fight for second and third in the V8 Masters. It is Roy Camposson right on his case. He's Barry Ingle. Barry dives up onto the inside. They're side by side heading into turn number 1. And it is Barry Ingle that makes the move, and he makes it stick there on Campos at the exit of 1.
Well, I just missed it now earlier on. Frankie Arnold Neerfeling leads the classic Ford class ahead of Franco Donadio. The timing screens were playing a little bit of a story over here. I think something might have been a little bit wrong, but that is the top 2. Neerfeling comes to the line now. Oh no, that's Hitchcock. Hitchcock is now... Okay, sorry, Hitchcock's in third position still. Sorry there, I just missed them. They went by so quickly, I actually missed them. So that is now Neerfeling that leads ahead of Donadio and then Michael Hitchcock.
So with 4 more laps to go, we'll make it 3 and a bit. Sean Moore with a 1:16.071. He is the fastest driver out there at this point, as the APV Ford Mustangs, the V8 Master guys, they're beginning to catch up now onto the back end of the classic Fords, as we see the classic Fords work their way towards us, and already Sean Moore has gone past at least 3 of the classic Fords heading into 1, and here comes Barry Ingle. He's getting away from Roy Campos, as they are now well and truly in the back markers of the classic Fords.
Well, Neerfeling still leads now ahead then of what looks like Michael Hitchcock. I don't know if Donadio is still well and truly in it. Is he there? There we go. Donadio is in second position at the moment. They have 2 more laps left to go. When they cross the line now, Michael Hitchcock should be coming around in third position. There he comes now. And then it will be the likes of Aiton Bogart that will come through in his Ford Fairlane. We wait and see where he is now. That's Wynand now going down the back straight then. And then here comes Louis Powell now. So Louis Powell will be coming into his position in this race. I do not see Malcolm Aiton Bogart anymore. Might he have been the man who parked on the straight, on the Tygerberg straight?
So let's have a look, see now as the laps are beginning to unwind exactly where Sean Moore is. Remember, the V8 Master drivers are now well in between the classic Fords. Here he comes across the line, and he's picking them off one by one, and he's light years, well, not that far ahead, because they've caught up to him. He's a Barry Ingle that's in that second position, and right there on his case is Roy Campos, and then Menno Parsons coming through as the rest of them come through now. We still got Stuart Spooner into turn 1, and he's just ahead there of Ken Finneman as Gary Thompson retires a 17 car on the home straight.
Well, here comes now Arnold Neerfeling. He still leads the classic Ford class at the moment, and he's still ahead of Donadio at this time, but you'll see Michael Hitchcock will still hold that third position ahead then of Louis Powell. Louis Powell in 4th position in the classic Ford class. Wynand Nel in 5th. Malcolm Aiton Bogart is still running in the Ford Fairlane, and it is then going to be in what is 6th position in class at the moment.
Right, so it's very much spread out here as we see Gary Thompson climb out of his car, and it's all about that man that's sitting up front, Sean Moore, number 1 in his class. He crosses the line now, racing down into turn 1 to start his final lap, and he's still the quickest man out there with a 1:16.071. He works his way out of turn number 1, but it's pretty close there for that second and third positions in that class, working their way out of 1 as they race up towards turn number 2. And Barry Ingle is being hassled heavily here into turn 2 by the Campos Transport outfit of Roy Campos.
One more lap left to go. Here comes Paige Lindenberg across the line now to start what will be the last lap here. A lap down, of course. Here comes Arnold Neferlin coming through on us now. And then you'll have the Donadio that should be coming through there. Yes, he is still. And is he going to be behind Michael Hitchcock? We'll have to see on the timing screens. It shows such a thing.
But sorry, Byron, the leader on the last lap is working his way into turn 5. The checkered flag will be out for Sean Moore. He is class and overall leader. He's Sean Moore. He's made it 3 out of 3 today. Both wins in the V8 Masters and in the All Ford. And Sean Moore comes home in P1. Second will go to Barry Ingle. Third will go to Roy Campos as the two of them cross the line. But Byron, the classic Fords are still out there.
They are still out there, and it is going to be Neerfeling that leads the way in his 777 Mustang, and that will be ahead of Donadio. We wait now to see the Mustang will be coming along now to take victory surely here in this classic section of the All Fords race. We still have a few, of course, De Kock, and we have Martin Bench. Martin Bench will come across the line now in the Ford Capri, and he's still out there at the moment. The Cock comes through. Here comes Neerfeling. He will take the win in the classic Ford class. They've lapped the fair lane as well there. Donadio will get second in class, and that will be as well as that 8th overall. And that would be Ferdy Mouton that comes through now in his Mustang, 18th position. Fabio Tofani comes through in 9th position. Of course, he's now out of position because of the classes. And then we have Trutter that I think just came through. Ronald de Beer right now, excuse me. Michael Hitchcock comes across the line in 3rd position in the Classic Fords class.
Right, so overall, it is Sean Moore from Barry Ingle from Roy Campos. Remember, there is no actual V8 Masters and Classics. Everybody is just racing together for the All Ford race. It doesn't count for anything. It's all just fun and a fantastic way to end the Club and Regional Racing, brought to you by Wingfield Motors and Best Price for My Car and Ford and Friends.